Welcome to the Grand Canyon State, Arizona Stadium in Tucson, as we are set for a showdown in the Arizona Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Navy's offense is on the field for the first time today. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
The defensive front had that one spelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play, too. You get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. They're bringing heat. Using his feet to buy time. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll go to the fullback, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. Third and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The Golden Flashes offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you are.
Navy will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here comes the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 50.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll do it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
Caught near the sticks. It's Kent. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. This is where you make money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Gulatowski. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the returner goes down. And Navy will go back on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Goes to the option. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. The short hands, it's Chapman. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. To the air on first down. Steps away to find some room. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll immediately call timeout. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Rolls it in. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up the...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Navy! And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here's the return from inside his 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Ulatowski. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. They want to throw it. He wants to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. He's off to the races. 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Navy offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
The option look. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt now, and the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David Baddick.
He's loose down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, midshipman. He got loose. It was all over.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Ulatowski. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Line gets set, first down. On the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Navy will have it with a first and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Touchdown, Navy! And the beatdown has ensued.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on second and long from the 13. And here comes the... There he goes down again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off. This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. And Navy will go back on the attack. I understand the fourth down analytics and going for it all the time, but that deep in your own end, you're just gift wrapping an opportunity for the other guy. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need one more yard for the touchdown on third down. They'll run the option. Touchdown, midshipman! And the pummeling has started.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. College fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Trying to pick up a first down. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Fisher. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Horvath. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. False start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Navy! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more...
Gonna let it fly. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Feeling some heat. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
3rd and short. I don't mind the play call. Running the RPO, giving the quarterback the option. Could he have pulled it and maybe made that decision a little bit different? He decided to give it to the running back. The defense was ready, got the big stop, forces the 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's goes this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Fisher. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Golden Flashes will line it up on 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you want to dominate a football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about.